Welcome to Xtra presented by VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. I'm gonna help you out. I'm not going to say this is free advice, but I'm just going to let you know that you are not alone because we all have the same problem. We all have the same issue. I'm just going to go ahead and own it, admit it, and say how difficult and how hard it is to do the balancing act. Balance is key. You don't want to go too in one direction or the other. You need a little balance when it comes to this. And I am one of few who will admit that. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you for giving me a chance. That's all I ever want. That's all I ever asked for is an opportunity, a chance. However long you think I deserve that, greatly appreciated. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this feels like every single day, but it's not every single day. It just feels that way because we have this special, unique bond. Sharing is caring, but you shouldn't share everything. Sharing is caring, and we don't know what to call it, but it's okay because insert time frame, we will say, or we will have a saying on what it is. And then retroactively, we'd say, that's what it was. That's what it is, and that's what it always will be. It's okay. It is okay. All right, so I don't know. I've touched this on a few different occasions, but I don't think that I've brought it to this or came through with this direction, I should say. It's come up a multitude of times, many times, but I haven't brought it from this perspective or this point of view, even though it is basically the truth, basically 100 legit or 100 legit though. I wish I would have said that the first time, but it's okay. It's all right. I won't be losing any sleep over that at night. I would not be losing any sleep with that overnight. It's a balancing act when it comes to when to hold, when to fold, when to go, when to stop, when to do one or the other. It's a balancing act because you just don't want to give up, even though giving up is the better option moving forward. But then there's this saying or there's this voice that's in the back of your head. It's okay to have the voices, just don't answer them and just don't do some of the things that they tell you to do. Ignore it. Ignore it. There's this voice that's saying, if you stop or if you give up, it is quitting. It is giving up. It is failure. That is somewhat true. You can definitely view it from that perspective. You definitely can view it from that way. But how long have you been trying? How long have you been doing something? How long have you been striving for greatness and the greatness haven't came? Or you've been striving for consistency and the consistency haven't came? There's going to reach a point, or there's going to have to be a point where you're going to have to cut your losses. There's going to have to be a segment or a section where you say you're going to have to retool or try something new or try something different or go in a different direction. You can't keep doing the same exact thing, even if there's variants of the thing. If it's not producing any results or it's not leading to what you need it to lead to, you're going to have to readjust. You're going to have to balance out. You can't go all in and stay going all in and it's not producing the goods. The goods aren't there. It's a balancing act. You have to know when enough time has been, accumulated on a specific trait, skill, or insert. I think I should have I'm just going to go with insert. Just go ahead and insert whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're trying to get accomplished. You've been doing that for so long. You've exhausted all options, everything, but you're not where you need to be. You're not where you want to be. I know it's hard. It's difficult to let go. It's difficult to say, no, I won't go anymore. It's hard. It is. It truly, truly is. Because deep down, you know it's the right thing to do. How? Verb. However, there is that part of you that still want to keep fighting. But at some point, you're going to have to fight to live another day. Or basically, you're going to have to do something different. Whether it's re-strategizing, whether it's going to a different goal, going to a different plan, exhausting all of your energy on something that you're not moving forward on, that you're not seeing the results on. It's okay. It is okay. It's a balancing act. Is it failure? Yeah, you can say that. You can look at it as failure, but also you can look at it as being smart. You can also look at it as being cunning. You can also look at it as being strong enough within yourself to know that it's all right to fail. It's all right because I'm going to learn from this experience. I am going to learn from this and I'm going to take things from this and I'm going to apply it to maybe that in the future, maybe something else, but I'm just going to apply it to my life in general. And I'm going to use this as a learning experience and I'm going to build off of that and go forward. Maybe, just maybe, you was reaching a little too far and your arms ain't long enough. That's okay. That's cool. It happens to the worst of us. So you know it's going to happen to the best of us. You know it is. It's okay. And not everybody's going to admit that or say that because they want to keep the facade going. They want to keep the imaginary world being real in no one's eyes. But believe us, there's no way. Is it possible? Nah. Is it probable? Nah. Can it happen? Sure, it can happen. It can happen. But at what point where real world takes over? At what point you acknowledge reality and you move forward? At what point do you take that and you utilize it and you use it as fuel to burn the flame of the next thing that you want to do? Or you take that and you use it and you burn it as fuel, or you burn the fuel to fuel the fire as something that you won't ever let happen again, or as something that you are going to eventually get to or accomplish. There are many ways that you can spin it, that you can look at it, that you can acknowledge the result and not have it as a negative connotation, unless you want to live in a negativity world and be negative and that's your fuel and that's your fire. Go ahead, do it. But notice, you got to be an expert if you're going to burn negativity and if you're going to utilize negative energy as your fuel. Everybody can do it. Not everyone's built for that. So be careful. Be careful if that's the route or route you take. I'd suggest free advice. I'd suggest you take the route of being more open and honest and taking it and looking at it through a positive lens, taking it, looking at it as you done something that you ain't done before. You can use your experience to help you with a different experience, or you can build off of what you accomplished so far, or you can take a look back and say, look how far I've come. Look how far the journey has taken me. I suggest you go that direction. But if you can utilize the negativity and the negative stuff to burn as fuel and help you go forward and get other things done and do other things that you need to do, and you can balance it and it's cool and it's great, do you? Do you? It's a selective few that can operate like that. It's a selective few that can utilize negativity and turn it into something good, turn it into something great, turn it into something that can make them keep going and knowing that it's all right to stop. But me stopping, that's fuel for the next thing, because I shouldn't have stopped. I shouldn't have. And see, that's where it gets tricky, because you probably should have. You're okay with doing so, but you're just taking that energy, you're just taking that feeling, you're just taking that and amping your motivation levels up into the stratosphere, taking your motivation levels to the next degree. Basically, you already got your eyes on the prize. You already got an end game envisioned. You already got goals on your mind. But you need that extra oomph. You need that extra thing, that it factor. And that is the negativity. That is that fuel, extra fuel. That is it. The extra fuel. Just go ahead. Do it if you can, because it is something amazing. And amazing is my favorite word. But it's a balancing act, because you can't win all the time. You can't get everything that you want done or accomplish all the time. There's going to be hills, there's going to be valleys, there's going to be all this other stuff that I can speak on and try to be a motivational speaker, even though I'm not. Trust me, I'm not. And I won't insult your intelligence that way and say that I am. Does it happen sometimes? Sure, it does. Is it planned? Maybe. Maybe. The thing is, failing is an opportunity to learn. Failing is an opportunity to do something that you ain't done before. Failing is an opportunity to be honest and truthful with yourself. And if you're not honest and truthful with yourself, how can you expect others to be honest and truthful with you? So that is basically a built-in mechanism to let you know where you are. Because if you just winning all the time, how do you know where you are? It's easy. Everything is what everything is. And everybody's probably doing the same thing because it is easy. The path of least resistance. The path of least resistance. And what are you gaining? That's a serious question that I cannot answer. Not for you, only for me. I just know this. It's a balancing act. You have to know when you got to keep going above and beyond. Failure be damned. Failure be damned. I'm going above and beyond, and I'm just not going to stop. I'm just going to keep going, keep going, keep going. There are moments for that. There are times for that, but not all the time. Then there's the time and the moments. This just ain't going to work. It's just not going to happen. It is time to switch up the flow. It is time to change out and do things or try something else. And then there's the moment where you're just gonna have to go with the flow. And however the plan was to begin with, do that. But if it feels funny, if it feels funky, if it feels wrong, then go with that feeling. That is, go with the feeling. Go with the feeling. If you need to keep going, keep going. If you need to stop, you need to stop. But write your own narrative. Your own narrative is how you see whatever it is you've done. And take that and use that energy to do the next thing. Because it just doesn't stop with the one success or the one failure. There's more things I imagine that you want to get done, that you want to get accomplished. That's not your New Year's resolution or revolution. But if you're going to use that negative energy, you better be an expert. You better be an expert, because that's something that you don't want to play with if you don't know what you're doing. And that's serious advice. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Be sure to check out the new and improved website at extravdgsports.com. That is xtravdgsports.com. There's a YouTube as well. Extravdg. That is xtravdg. Like, subscribe, share. Basically, do whatever it is you do there. Comment if you must. Comment if you may. We clap back. We clap back. Noob and noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Greatly appreciate it, whether it was you here by choice, here by mistake, or here by force. Hope you're not forced, but if you are, blink twice. Blink twice. But thank you. Regs, I'm just going to go ahead and say peace out.